What is going on, my people? How is everybody doing and how is everybody feeling? And today, my people, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how to make the one and only Carmelo Anthony KNICKS version. This version is going to be dope. This version is going to be really, really good, my people. So we're going to get right into it. So as you can see, 83 driving layup, right? This is from the 2011 KNICKS right here. So so we get the 83 driving layup, 75 standing dunk, 95 driving dunk on a Carmelo Anthony build, close shot of a 64. Okay, not bad at all. So look at this, the mid-range of an 82, three-point shot of a 79. To me, some people say, oh, that's not KNICKS Carmelo. But if you think about it, if you know your jump shot, you have a good jump shot, you should be able to hit jump shots all the time with no issue. 80 free throw, 88 post control. Yes, you gotta have post control on from Denver Melo to KNICKS Melo. Any version of Melo, he had post control. 84 pass accuracy with a 94 ball handle and an 80 speed with the ball. So that's dope right there, right? Now, some decent defense. He wasn't known as defender, but this is some decent, I'm glad he got some decent defense. So 73, 72, 78, 68 block. That defensive rebound of a 70, that's dope. And then 87 speed with an 80 acceleration, 82 strength, 85 vertical for this Carmelo Anthony build. One thing that I noticed that I like is that driving dunk of a where's it at? Where's the driving dunk at? 95. That is incredible right there. You can't go wrong with a 95 on a 6'7" small forward build. Let's check out the badges. So he has 30 badges. All right. So the gold, acrobat, area wizard, slithery, and then for the silver badges, bully, dream shake, fearless finisher, post spin technician. That's incredible right there. Now for the shooting, incredible. So look at that. His shooting is low, but look at that. He has Hall of Fame shooting. So agent threes, blinders, clutch shooter, comeback kid, dead eye, guard up, midi magician, space creator, volume shooter, limitless range, slippery opal, amp, and the list goes on. I could be here for hours saying all of these badges that he has. Playmaking, incredible. So look at that. Wow, bailout, ankle breaker, to name a few, some good ones, and then of course no defense of badges because he's not known to be a defender. So this is what we're gonna rock with, because the KNICKS all-time Carmelo Anthony, if we was to go to that one, I'm gonna be honest, we're not gonna be able to get close to the. So this is the one that of course you would want to make, sharpshooting, shot creator. So look at this, right? So first off, he still doesn't have any defensive, but as you can see, like these ones is less than what we saw on the last Melo. He still got the Hall of Fame badges here, going crazy right here. And then the finishing is still solid as well, as you can see. So let's see, for this one is even worse. This one is even worse for this all-time Carmelo Anthony KNICKS version. So look at that. The driving dunk is only a 70, standing dunk 55, 78 driving layup with a high close shot. But then the shooting on this one is solid. So we might have to make both of these. We might have to make the two versions of this, because look at that, 93 midi with an 85 three-point shot. That's dope. Still get the post control at an 85. Ball handling is still there. All of that is still good. The defense, okay, so this is more of the, okay, we see, but the rebounding on this one is way better, because you get a 70 offensive with an 84 defensive rebound. We're not worried about block, we're not worried about steal, but the 76, that's pretty good, man. So 83 on the speed, 74 excel, 82. So this one is pretty dope. So we could definitely make both of these versions of the Carmelo Anthony, man, because these ones, this is more of the Carmelo Anthony right here that we know from the KNICKS. So we could definitely make both versions, but I'm going to show you the first version that I made, and then we're going to get right into making this entire build for Carmelo Anthony. All right, so let's get right into making KNICKS Carmelo Anthony. Let's do it. All right, my people, so we're in a my play build. As you can see, Carmelo Anthony, small forward, right hand jersey number 7. We're gonna stay at 6'7" for this build, you already know. Then we're gonna put that weight. It should definitely be, let let me see, what did I do? Okay, so I went with the exact weight, so everything is going to be exact. So 240 right here. The wingspan, I just left it, and then I just left it at solid, or you could go define. It's really up to you. So we're going to start with the physicals first. So this is the first build that we saw from the 2011, I believe. So look, 90 stamina, of course, right? Then we want to go 75 right here. And then for the strength, we want to go all the way up to an 80 on that strength. And then the acceleration is going to be 75 with the 75 speed. All right, so balance, not bad at all, right? So look at this, 70 on our defensive rebound. We're just going to go 40 on the offensive. The block, I went 68 because that's what he had. The steal, I went up to a 70. The perimeter, I only went to a 70, and then for the interior, I went 73 to give you workhorse on gold. So the first build we saw had no defensive badges. The second one still has no defensive badge, but this one is going to be dope. So what I like about this 6'7" build for Carmelo Anthony is he had a 94 ball handle. I believe 90 is more than enough. So 90 ball handle on a Carmelo Anthony build is nasty. Then we're gonna go 71 for that extra badge point. All right, so for this one, I went with the 76 3-point shot, and then I went with the 81 just so we could get Mini Magician on Hall of Fame. And then for the free throw, I went 80, of course. Post control, we're going to be able to have a high post control on this Carmelo Anthony build, so we're going to be cooking up. So by going 87, we get back down Punisher Hall of Fame, post spin technician. I went 45 just so we could get those basic standing dunk animations. 86 on the driving dunk for that limitless takeoff on gold. Then I went 80 layup, and then the rest I went here. He had a 64 close shot on the first build, so this is what I went with. So for this one, ankle breaking shots for sure, and post shot daggers is definitely one that I would go with. You see how you get Denver Melo? That's dope, right? We get Denver Melo shades, but we know that we're still trying to get Carmelo Anthony Knicks, right? But we know that his shades are not in the game, so this is the Denver Melo one. All right, so now let's go and do the other one. So the other one, to me, I wanted to definitely try, so we're gonna change that. We're gonna go small forward because we gotta reset back to 240, right? And then we're gonna go stay here, and then we're just gonna leave it as solid again. So for this one, I had to use the attributes that I just seen just now. So let's just go to the physicals first. I have to go to the physicals one, and then we will be out of here. So all right, perfect. So the vert was only a 74, so we're just gonna go 70 instead of 74. We're gonna go 90 on that stamina. He had an 82 strength, but I'm just gonna go to an 80 on this one. 82, 83 gives you something, but I'm gonna just go 80. Acceleration, I'm gonna go to, he had a 74, I'm gonna just go 70 XL because I don't really see the difference with a 73. And then we can go 80 this time around. All right, now he had great rebounding on this one. He had an 84, so 85 on this one. I'm going 85, and then I'm gonna go 70 right here because that's what he had. For the block, he had a 47, so we're not worried about that. The steal was a 60. So instead of us going 60, we'll go 58 so we can get access to that interceptor. And then for the perimeter, we're definitely going 76 because that's what he had. And then we're just gonna go 70 instead of 74. Let me see, what do we get? Nothing, so we're just gonna go 70. So that's gonna give us 13. So the rebounding on this one is better. We get an 80 speed this time on this one, so that's gonna be dope. And then the ball handling. So to me, the first one had better ball handling, but this one, I just wanted to go 76 and then 76 as well. But then the pass accuracy on this one, I definitely wanted to. Okay, so this one is gonna also only have 74, but I think I'm gonna just go 73 for that post playmaker on goal. So this is all I'm doing for this particular one. All right, but the shooting on this one is going to be immaculate. So we're going to go 83 for this one, Then we're gonna go 92. Do we need 92? No. So we'll just go 91. And then we'll go 80 free throw right here. And then the post control, we definitely need some posts. Let me see how much it's gonna take for us to get the post. Okay, so we can go up. So we can literally get the same amount of post control. So he only had 85, but let's just go 87. Look, it didn't move. All right, so it stayed at a 96 overall, so that's good. What else do we want? So we get the high shooting for this one. Close shot, he had a high close shot here. So the driving dunk on this one was only 70. And then he had a 78 on the, okay, so we got to put standing dunk. So we just go 45 here, standing dunk. Driving layup. Can we go high? So we're only going to get a 76, which is fine because if you ask me, he had a 78, but we could just stay at 76. So this one is more shooting. You're going to still get great dunk packages as well. You know, you'll still get the good dunk packages that Melo had. It's really up to you. So I gave you two different versions. You still had a lot of Hall of Fame badges like what he had. So this is just a little bit, but the shooting is definitely what we are looking at for the second build, the all-time one. All right. So the first one, 90 ball handle, better, I guess, defense overall, and then better slashing ability. This one, to me, it's cool because you still can do a little bit of everything like Melo could, but this to me is a little better. The only thing that you don't got is the crazy high, you know, driving dunk and driving layup. So just keep that in mind, but that's fine. You know what I mean? I think that that's dope. You know what I mean? I love this build. I think this is dope. Let's see what takeovers we get. So this one, I would go ankle breaking shots and then limitless. Excuse me. But then we also get the rebounding takeover. So this one is dope. Don't sleep on this one. This one comes out. Okay, so we don't get any shades of Carmelo, but I'm not really worried about the shades on this one. This comes out to a 3-level threat. Okay, so that's dope. All right, so that's like, this is a dope Carmelo Anthony build, man. Like this one to me is from the all-time one. If you want to go with this one, this is a nice one because the rebounding is there. I like the physicals. I like the little bit of playmaking here. The shooting is immaculate. This is probably the one that I could see people going with the other one. But to me, like if you wanted a higher dunk, so maybe let's say we go 80. So we could just go 80 for this one, and then we'll be able to get the 93 driving dunk on this one. But we gotta definitely go 80 here, and then we could just max all of this out. So let's say, let me see, maybe boom. So this is a combination of both. So this is a combination of both Carmelo Anthony builds that we just saw on the screen. This one has the 93 driving dunk. Okay, you still get that 87. You still can shoot threes, and you can get that midi. You got Hall of Fame here, some decent playmaking here, but then you still have that high rebound. Maybe you think just having a 70 is solid. Drop this down. Then you could go 81 ball handle. And if you are okay with just having a 76, then you can up this to an 82, or you could go higher right here. It's really up to you how you want to do this. You know what I mean? There's different options that I'm trying to give you guys here, right? So many ways that you could do this Carmelo Anthony build. I like this a lot. I think this is like probably the closest you'll get to any Carmelo Anthony build. The shooting is there, but you know, you have options. All right, so y'all let me know what y'all thought about this Carmelo Anthony build, and until next time, until next time, much love.